Hello everyone, this is Greg D, a very late night, early morning weather update on my schedule. Yes, I stay up and stay awake during some odd hours. So thought, well, you know what? Time to do a little weather update and show you what's going on here. I haven't done a model update yet with this storm. So here are your winter storm watches up now in Arkansas from Saline, Garland to Montgomery and Polk County, all the way down to Union, over toward Columbia, Miller, and Lafayette counties down in southern Arkansas, and actually back into Texas. I'll show you the map here. Let's go to the National Weather Service. Let's see what office we'll be able to switch to. I'd like to take you either down to Shreveport or maybe over toward Norman. Let's go down to Shreveport. You'll see that much of that area around Dallas, actually here's Dallas, winter storm warnings. They're expecting freezing rain and snow in North Texas, even down to Shreveport in northern Louisiana starting tomorrow. So let's talk about what Arkansas is going to get. We're going to take a look at the model data. So there you see Arkansas on the computer models. We'll center up Arkansas a little bit here, and we'll start you off. I'll be telling you what model we're looking at and what time we're looking at as we go through. So the first model that we're looking at tonight is the NAM model, the North American model. It's this model that forecasts for a shorter period of time, a little higher resolution, and we'll take you through Sunday, 9 a.m., here we go, at 3 p.m. Now what you're seeing here, these greens, it's the computer basically plotting where precipitation is falling. This does not differentiate between rain and snow, sleet, or freezing rain. Green basically means up to 1/10 of an inch, the lightest green, of accumulation of something. Whether it's water or frozen stuff melted down to water, that's all it's measuring is the accumulation of liquid equivalent. It's not measuring snow. We'll take a look at a snow forecast coming up a little bit later here. But you see, Sunday stays pretty dry. This is midnight now, Monday morning, I guess you would say, late Sunday night. Still no green around Arkansas. But then as you get into 6 a.m. Monday already, the green moves in after midnight. By 6 a.m. it's already snowing or sleeting or something in southwest Arkansas. And then check out the track here. Darker greens, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch every 6 hours for parts of southern Arkansas. So this is going to be a mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Why is it not all snow? Well, folks, it's a little early in the season, and the cold air is not really at its maximum. You're looking at midnight on Tuesday here, so this is very early Tuesday morning. Really, where this blue line is, and to the right, to the left of the blue line, that's where the coldest of the air is. And notice it's not aligned with the actual precipitation. So this storm is going to make its own cold air. The cold air is not going to be where the precipitation is, and that's why it's really hard to tell. This is such a borderline storm, very typical Arkansas. Some of you are going to get sleet, some of you are going to get snow, and some of you, unfortunately, are just going to get rain. And notice the farther north you go, the less green you see, so the lower the chances. Whereas southern and southeast Arkansas, down near the Louisiana state line, you may either get a period of heavy snow or maybe even change to just heavy rain Monday afternoon, especially during the daylight. This is the thing with the storm. Anything that falls at night or in the morning is going to be frozen. During the day when the sun comes out, chances are we're going to warm up just enough to change some of this stuff back to rain. And if it sticks around like this model is indicating to Monday night into Tuesday, there could be additional sleet or snow that falls then, and finally that storm moves away. So that's the NAM model. We'll clear out basically by Tuesday night. Here is the GFS. This forecast looks similar through Sunday. This is midnight on Monday again. Notice just entering southwest Arkansas. Here we go at 6 a.m. Monday. You notice less green. Then it really picks up the intensity. The GFS, I've got to tell you, is a little bit warmer. So it's showing green here in southern Arkansas. A lot of this is going to be rain on the GFS. This is noon on Monday. Here is 6 p.m. on Monday. There is midnight on Tuesday, I guess. Midnight Monday, you're heading into Tuesday. See still heavy rain or sleet or snow down into southern Arkansas. Here is 6 a.m. on Tuesday, still extreme southern Arkansas, extreme southeast Arkansas, noon on Tuesday. There is 6 p.m. on Tuesday. Notice the blob there in eastern Texas of the darker green. That's where the GFS thinks the low is going to track. That is much farther south than the NAM is indicating. That's why it's keeping a lot of the precipitation south of Arkansas and then moves it out of the picture. One more model we'll look at. This is the European. Now, this is a pretty old forecast from this morning. This model updates not as frequently as the other two. But it's a pretty good model, and this is the model. This is the crazy storm forecast model that sometimes is 100% accurate. What I mean is, this model tends to forecast the less probable storms, but it also is the one that has gotten some crazy stuff right, from big snowstorms in the Northeast to Hurricane Sandy. It forecasts these things days in advance, sticks with it, and wouldn't you know it, they come true when the other models may not really agree with it until the very last minute. So this one too, 6 p.m. Sunday, already has precipitation moving into western Arkansas. And I think that's something that we're really going to have to consider, is that this could actually, in some parts of the state, start earlier than after midnight on Sunday. It could start after 5 or 6 p.m. tomorrow. Now, here's the problem with the European. It's a worse forecast for Arkansas, because look at the amount of precipitation that it puts into Arkansas. Here's 6 a.m. Monday. Here is noon on Monday. Notice it's farther north into central, even northeast Arkansas, and you get those darker greens. The lightest green is up to 1/10 of an inch, so maybe an inch of snow, if it does all fall as snow, or 1/10 of an inch of sleet. The second darkest from that is 1/10 to 1/4. The darker still, the darkest green, is 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. If that falls as all snow, you're talking about 3 to 5 inches. And you see it keeps it there. Here's the European. Notice it has blues in there, which are around an inch worth of precipitation. I think at that point that would be rain, but it's got the dark green there noon on Monday. It's probably sleeting and snowing then, and then the blues start moving in. I think that is going to be rain. It's just too warm in southern Arkansas on the European. But the European has this low pressure moving 300, 200 miles farther north than the GFS still, with blues and greens all over central Arkansas. That's likely going to be a period there of heavy snow potentially, according to the Euro. It sticks around through 6 a.m. Tuesday. This is a very different forecast. This thing has a bona fide snow event with some possible winter weather, mixing rain and snow. And there you see even in southern Arkansas Tuesday at 6 p.m., a mixture of rain and snow before it all moves out. So how much? Well, let's take a look at European precipitation. This is snow total forecast, based on the specific ratio of water to snow. In this case, it's 1 inch of water equals 10 inches of snow. I think the ratio here is going to be different. I think this is going to be a wetter snow. It could be a 1 to 6 or 1 to 8, meaning an inch of rain was really 8 inches of snow or 6 inches of snow. It's not going to be a dry snow if it is snow. And notice what it paints here. Basically, let's just go right through it all the way out to Tuesday, 6 a.m. Let's go, keep going. Tuesday and midnight when it has everything moving away. Folks, yeah, that's a band on the Euro along I-30 back up to, let's say, Woodruff County. The yellow is 3 inches of snow or more. The orange is a little bit higher than that. Let's see if I can scroll down here so I can see the numbers. The orange on this map is 6 to 9 inches in the western Ouachitas. Now, is that possible? I'm very hesitant to say that there's going to be that much snow, but it's certainly possible. I mean, it is Arkansas, right? So there you see that band right through central Arkansas, puts Little Rock in that 3 to 6 inch swath, and back up to northeast Arkansas. Let's take a look at the same information now, or similar information on the GFS. Look at the difference. Here's the Euro, here's the GFS. Now this is total snow accumulation, liquid equivalent. So if you were to melt the snow down and just get what's in the rain gauge, what would you get? This thing has the lightest blue possible, 5/100ths of an inch of rain. That is not even an inch of snow. The GFS has basically no snow. Now that does not mean there is no freezing rain or sleet, and that's the problem here. In some of these cases, yes, the model is indicating a change to rain, but it could be freezing rain. And to the computer model, freezing rain and rain are the same thing. It's liquid water hitting the ground. They don't differentiate in terms of accumulation, so we need to kind of think about that. And then here's the NAM. The NAM kind of more matches the Euro. Now it's not, it takes in melting, so we're going to have to go through here. This is through Monday afternoon. The yellow there is 1 to 2 inches of snow. The orange is 2 to 3 inches. Now, the placement is not exactly the same as the euro, but it's similar. And really, in model talk, that's good enough because the models work on different formulas, they work on different methods, so they're not going to match up exactly. But you see the character of the NAM here. Remember, let's actually open up these files separately. So here's the NAM snowfall forecast, and then I'm going to go back and open up the European so we can click back between them and kind of compare. So here's the European forecast for Arkansas, the European model along I-30. Here's the NAM. You see, flipping between the two of them, the placement pretty similar. So we'll see if the GFS comes in line with this. But, you know, if this low tracks just right and get enough cold air in here, we could certainly see a snow event in the state on Monday. That would be, I hope the Euro forecast doesn't come true because the European is the one that holds the storm around until Monday into Tuesday. And that would really cause some trouble for travel, for Thanksgiving travel, all around the state. So we'll definitely have to watch that. Too early still to call anything, but of course, you know, there are the watches and the warnings. Let's see if we can go back to an Arkansas map here and show you what's going on in terms of the watches and the warnings. But you know, Little Rock back down to or Saline County back down to southwest Arkansas. There are your winter storm watches. Of course, I'll be on the Facebook page later on tonight and, of course, into tomorrow, keeping you updated, facebook.com/meteorologist Greg D. Everybody have a great night and a safe Sunday. Expect another one of these video updates at sometime tomorrow when the models maybe decide, that they know what they're talking about. So, we'll continue to look at the information here and keep you updated. Just stay safe. Don't panic. This is not going to be a blizzard that'll be the Christmas blizzard of last year, but it could be a wintry event that could definitely cause some trouble, especially when you factor in the time of year and the travel for Thanksgiving. Everybody, have a good night.